back to the channel. I'm Hutch, and today we are going to go over my last Dynasty team for this year. Now, I'm in 108 Dynasty teams, and today we're going to recap my last Dynasty team. And the reason I did that Dynasty team is because now, training camps have started. What's today? Today's August 9th, Sunday. Training camps have started, so we got a lot more information compared to before. And I just wanted to do one more league with all that information. Yes, I'm in 108 Dynasty teams, but these teams right here that you see on the screen are not Dynasty teams. Those are redraft leagues that will probably get underway shortly later on at the end of the month. But let's scroll all the way to the top. As you can see, all these Dynasty teams that I'm going to manage by myself. Last year, I was in 45 teams. So last year was my first year playing Dynasty, and I only had 45 teams. Loved it so much. Now I'm at 108. So last year, obviously 45 teams. I thought it was a lot for a person to have that many leagues. So I was like, man, I'm gonna make a channel. I'm gonna make a YouTube channel, just document the grind and everything that comes with the game of Dynasty. And last year when I recorded, I posted an episode and I tell all my friends about it and my boys and things. So I didn't end up recording throughout the season last year. The editing became too much, and life became too much. But I had 10 subscribers. Obviously, I think most of them are my friends. So I was like, this year, since I got up to like 90, I'm like, man, I'm going to get back on the channel and I'm going to record and I'm going to do it right. But I'm not going to tell any of my friends. I'm just going to, grind out episodes and record and post and kind of see where I could go from there. So I would like to shout out, I'm only at 17 subscribers, but I got 7 on my own, so I appreciate you guys so much for checking out the channel. But we are going to dive into the 118. It is a familiar type of settings league. Obviously, first thing we want to do, we want to check out our scoring. Where's my head at? Yeah, kind of covering up a couple of stats, but I'm going to say them out loud here. Passing point, TD, 6 points. Where we got a pass intercepted, -2. Pick 6 thrown, -1. Incomplete pass, -0.1. 40-plus yard completion bonus, 1 point. 40-plus yard TD bonus, 1 point. Then we got the rushing. Rushing TD, 6. Rushing first down, 0.25. 2-point conversion, obviously 2. Rush attempts, 0.25. 40-yard rush bonus, 1 point, and a 1 point for 40-yard rush TD bonus. Receiving first down, 0.25. Receiving TD, 6. 40-plus yard reception bonus and 40-yard reception TD bonus, 1 each. And tight end premium of 1. Down here at the bottom, my head is covering the last one here, but we got a 100-yard rushing game, 2 points. 200-yard rushing game, 4. 100-yard receiving game, 2. 200-yard receiving game, 4. 300-yard passing game, 3. 400-yard passing, 4. 100 to 199 combined rush and reception yards, 2. 200-plus combined rush and reception yards, 4. So now this year, taking everything I learned from last year in my 45 teams, check out the previous episode before how I've been drafting running back dominant teams, and seeing this kind of scoring setting. I'm going to have a couple leagues with this commissioner, and this is similar scoring that he has in all of them. But I love how it benefits the running backs here. So obviously going into this year, my mindset, draft RBs straight off the bat. So seeing a league like this with the running backs, seeing a league like this where the scoring favors the running backs. It favors the quarterbacks as well. But knowing that the running backs scoring is beneficial here, I love it. But let's hop into the draft. Where am I? I'm picking at the 103. So consensus, Bijan Gibbs 101, 102. Seen a lot of trades go down beginning of this draft. And I did not expect to see Josh Allen go at the 101. Seeing that, it was the best thing I could have seen because, as I say in my previous episodes, this year, my favorite spots are the 101 and the 102. To be able to get Bijan or Gibbs, draft an RB heavy, how I am this year, and seeing someone take Josh Allen there, I knew for a fact I was going to get Bijan or Gibbs. Now at the 102, someone traded up and took Jamar Chase. So now I'm at the 103 with the opportunity to take Bijan or Gibbs. So this draft, I went Gibbs. In my previous episodes, in my other leagues, I have a lot of Bijan. So I'm like, man, I'm going to go with the consensus 101 Gibbs here and kind of build for my team from there. At the 104, we see Bijan go, Drake May, Joe Burrow, Puka, JSN, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Ashton Genty, Brock Bowers, Lamar Jackson, James Cook, Caleb Williams, Hampton, Jaden Daniels, Jonathan Taylor, Devon Achane, Justin Jefferson, Jeremiah Love, CeeDee Lamb, and here I am on the clock at the 210. Knowing the scoring benefits running backs, I take Chase Brown here at the 210. You know, Chase Brown usually doesn't go till mid third, late third, early fourth. But there wasn't really any more running backs that I would like to take right here. Obviously, we get see Achane and Taylor go. Those are other guys I would take here. Usually James Cook doesn't even go till the early third. So the fact that someone took him at the 201 didn't really give me the chance to get James Cook. So I went ahead and got Chase Brown here. Now, the hype on Chase Brown this year is pretty real. With Joe Burrow healthy, him really being the only back there, he gets rushing and the receiving, and being in a league like this with the scoring, even with the 100 to 199 yard rush and reception bonus, it's like how can you not go Chase Brown here, man? I mean, last year with a healthy Burrow, last year he finishes RB7 in PPR scoring. I mean, even if we just take a quick peek here at last year's game log, obviously not off to the great start. I don't think Joe Burrow started the beginning of the year last year, but once Joe Burrow came back, I mean, 31, 25, 26, 25, 25, 21, 20, 38, 39. So getting Chase Brown here at the 210, obviously the Bengals are in a real make or break type year. Joe Burrow healthy, traded for Dexter Lawrence, trying to get that defense more stout. And I mean, their head coach is kind of needs to get in the playoffs, kind of show something, because I feel like he could be gone after this year if they don't have a good year. So getting Chase Brown here at the 210, RB heavy scoring dominant league. I knew I'd be able to get McCaffrey later on because I don't think half the people in the league check the scoring, to be honest. But I mean, to each their own. Or maybe they did check the scoring and they just felt like, I couldn't tell you what they felt like. But anyways, at the 211, we see Trey McBride. Obviously, now that training camp has started, players are moving. Seeing Malik Neighbors practice now. Look where he goes now at the 212. Usually, previous drafts, he was going in the fourth, fifth round. But now, training camp, this is why I wanted to do the draft, because now we have the most up-to-date information with training camp started. So Malik Neighbors here at the 212. We see the rise of Malik Neighbors going there. At the 3-1, not a third-round reversal. This commish who puts on these leagues doesn't do third-round reversal leagues. And he also picks draft order by this website that it simulates 40-yard dash, 100-yard dash, and there's literally it's just luck. So most of his drafts that I had with this commission, I ended up picking at the 10, 11, or 12. So was extremely thankful to finally be at the top of the board and to be able to get Jahmyr Gibbs at the 103. And then we see Jackson Dart here at the 302, and I'm going to go ahead and go Christian McCaffrey here at the 303. Now, last year, 45 Dynasty teams. I didn't have one share of Christian McCaffrey last year. That man beasted the whole year. RB1. I mean, do we even need to look at his game log? I mean, if he's healthy, McCaffrey's that dude. And obviously, last year, 45 teams, no McCaffrey. This year, now that I'm up to 108, I probably say I have like 60, 65% McCaffrey. Um, and people don't like to take him in Dynasty. I mean, if it was redraft, obviously, I've done a couple of underdog drafts. He goes in the first round, whether it's the 105, 106, 107. But Dynasty, his age, people don't want to take him. But for me, I have the mindset of all these new Dynasty teams that I have from this offseason. I had decided that I'm trying to win year one. What's the best way to win year one? RB heavy dominant draft and take McCaffrey whenever I can. So McCaffrey at the 3-3. We see Emeka Buka. And then I think, some of these guys check the scoring. We see this RB run, Henderson, Kenneth Walker, Bucky Irving, Brees Hall. The quarterbacks scoring really benefits them in this draft. So we see the quarterback run, Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, Patrick Mahomes, see Colson Love and go off the board. Some wide receivers here, Jalen Hurts, Quinshon Judkins, Bo Nix, Chris Olave, Nico Collins, Saquon Barkley, Rashee Rice. And now here I am on the clock at the 410. Wasn't really any RBs I would take here. I feel like if Saquon Barkley would have made it here to the 410, I would have took him. But at the 410 this time, in my previous draft, I did an episode on League 107, same commit, so same scoring. I was like, man, RBs benefit in this league, but the quarterbacks sneaky benefit tremendously in this league as well. So I'm going to go ahead and take Brock Purdy here at the 410. Brock, 49er QB, obviously with Kyle Shanahan, got some new weapons. Mike Evans just signed Debo because Ricky Pearsall's going to have surgery on his PCL. He's out for the remainder of the year. But, I mean, man, you got to trust in Kyle Shanahan. The man calls plays. Niners are in the playoffs every year, competing for a championship, they haven't won a championship, but they're competing. And it's like Brock, not the sexiest quarterback, but he's getting better every year. Now, Kittle's trying to work his way back, still got McCaffrey. And then I'm like, man, I'm going to go ahead and take Brock here. I don't usually take Brock, but Brock is a good, sneaky quarterback. And I'm like, I'm going to pair him with McCaffrey. So whenever Brock checks down, it's going to McCaffrey. So having that 100 to 199 yard reception, receiving yards, rushing bonus on top of, was 0.25 points per carry. I'm like, man, I'm going to go ahead and get this combo of the Christian McCaffrey and Brock Purdy here. Then we see Kyron go off the board, Luther Burden. Luther Burden has the offseason hype here. He did get injured. I think it was a groin, but, they still got time before the season. They're probably just being cautious. Then we see Lad McConkey at the 5-1, Tyler Warren, and I'm like, RB heavy dominant league. I got the QB now, but I'm going right back to the RBs. So I take Cam Scatterboo here at the 5-3. Obviously, it's just him and Tyrone Tracy in the backfield. Hopefully they don't add any backs between now and then. But before Scat got hurt last year, man, he as a rookie, man, he came out hot. He didn't come out hot, but he started to gain steam once he took over that starting job. 30, 20, 20, 39, 23, and then obviously the Eagles game, he got hurt there. But the fact that he gets rushing and receiving, John Harbaugh is the new coach. He had Derrick Henry, so, hopefully he has that same mindset, run the ball like crazy. And if he does have a RB1, he likes to give him the rock. So the fact that, Scat can rush and catch passes, I went ahead and took my fourth running back there. Then we see Dak at the 5-4, Garrett Wilson, Sam Laporta, Tyler Shook, my guy, my number one drafted quarterback this offseason, Tyler Shook. I believe in him. I hate the Saints because I'm a Falcon fan, but Tyler Shook, man, he is going to ball. And if he does ball, I'm going to have a lot of good dynasty teams. Now, I am going to record and update, kind of document my season of having 108 teams and 8 redraft leagues. And I'm thinking about getting in a FFPC league. I actually did a Baby Gorilla FFPC draft yesterday. My first FFPC draft. It's only 6,000 entrants, but it has like $100,000 first place prize. Check out FFPC if you guys don't really know about it. But yeah, Tyler Shuck, heavily believe in him this year. Obviously, Chris Olave and Jordan Tyson. Still got Juwan Johnson at the tight end spot. Signed Travis Etienne, A-Chain, Kamara resigned. So they got weapons, man. They play indoors. Obviously, I talked about it before. And the away games, they play Atlanta, so that's another indoor game. If they play the Lions, it's an indoor game. I don't know if they do or not, but they got a lot of indoor games. And obviously, when you play indoor, no weather conditions and things like that. So kind of a pretty good setup there. Some of the guys you could tell, check the scoring here, because then, Derrick Henry in the 5th, Javonte going in the 5th, A.J. Brown, Cornell Tate, Jordan Love. You see more running backs. These guys check the scoring for sure. Travis Etienne, A-Chain, Josh Jacobs, Jadarian Price, R.J. Harvey. So, RBs start to run thin, whether it's this type of scoring or not. But that's what gave me the idea to get the RBs early, because it gets thin real quick. And I'd rather not reach for running back. So I like to take mine early. So then other people panic, try to take, RJ Harvey in the 6th round. While then I'm only trying to fill in my wide receivers, my tight ends, my quarterbacks. And I really had to think about running backs anymore. But we see Harold Fanning go here at the 6'8", Baker at the 6'9". I went ahead and took my first wide receiver, Devontae Smith, here because the wide receivers were starting to fall. And Devontae Smith I was contemplating between Devontae Smith and Zay Flowers. And the reason I went Devontae, I do not remember, but wide receiver 1 for the Eagles, he's going to get a lot of opportunity. So whether it was Zay or Devontae, I would have been completely happy. So yeah, we got Devontae here at the 6'10", Kyler Murray, Zay Flowers. Running backs go, DeAndre Swift, Bashal Tootin. So I was going to take Bashal Tootin here. The fact that the guy took him before me and went ahead and took David Montgomery which is kind of a last running back that I'm super high on this offseason. So I have that 4 RB start here. Or no, 5 RB start. And this is a 1 quarterback, 2 running back, 3 wide receiver, no tight end spot, but 3 flex spots and then a super flex. So you don't really have to have a tight end. So the fact that you don't really need to fill that spot, you can, but it's not necessary in this type of format. I went ahead and took David Montgomery here. Then we see my boy Kyle Pitts here go. J-Mo, Marvin Harrison, Manon Guy, Jordan Tyson, Waddle, pretty high on Waddle this year. Jaylen Warren, so you're seeing Jaylen Warren go in the 8th, Chuba in the 8th. Gets back to me, so now I got 2 more wide receiver spots to fill. So I went ahead and took Christian Watson here. Super high on Christian Watson this year, now that they don't have Romeo Doubs and Wicks, and it's more focused on not trying to feed a bunch of people. Obviously, Tucker Kraft still nursing that injury. So right now it's just Christian Watson, Jaden Reed, and Matthew Golden. And Christian Watson balls when he's healthy, man. So now I only have 1 more wide receiver spot to fill. We see Concepcion, Mendoza, Devontae Adams, Mike Evans, and Parker Washington is one of the top 3 people this offseason in the NFL who's gotten the most hype. I mean, every day you get on Twitter, he's making a play. You hear the coaches talk about him. He's the first one in the building. I mean, Travis Hunter in his interview was talking about he's trying to beat Parker Washington and Jacoby Myers in the building, but they're here at 4:45, 5 a.m. in the morning. T-Law has been hitting them at practice every day. So feeling my last spot with Parker Washington here. We'll see how he does this year, but I mean, the Jags got a pretty good team. Liam Cohen in year 2. And the Jags, man, they be doing their thing. So Parker Washington here at the 9-3. And then obviously I only have one quarterback. I need another quarterback. Bryce Young will never take. But then you see Daniel Jones and Malik. So there is no quarterbacks left to take. And obviously, if you check out my most drafted quarterbacks this year episode, I have I talk about my most drafted pair, and that pair is Tua and Penix. Yes, they're my Atlanta Falcons quarterbacks, but we don't know which one's going to be the starter. But when we know who the starter is, you have a starter quarterback, and he has weapons. We have the newly signed Bijan Robinson, the newly signed Drake London, and the newly signed Kyle Pitts. So whoever is the quarterback for my Atlanta Falcons is going to have weapons. So I like to take both of them there. So, I am wasting a pick, but you're getting a starting quarterback there. And that was the only spot left I needed to fill on this team. So I went ahead and took him at the 10th and 11th round. And whoever starts, obviously, will be one of my quarterbacks there. And in the 11th round, Gadsden, Higgins, Cooper. We see a bunch of wide receivers, Kelsey, morning running back Gainwell, Mason, Aaron Jones, Alvin Kamara. And for some reason, nobody in all these dynasty teams likes to pick Mark Andrews. But I love to pick Mark Andrews. The Ravens have no more Isaiah Likely. Just Zay Flowers. Bateman took some third-round receivers. Third round. Ooh, I don't even know if those receivers went third round. I think they did. Was it Jacoby Lane and who else did they take? Elijah Surratt. But Lamar has not really any more trusted guys to go, but Mark Andrews there. So Mark Andrews here at the 12-10, Shadur, Ty Simpson, Eli Stowers, Gunnar Ham. And I don't mind taking Geno. Geno's a starter for the Jets. He got Garrett Wilson, got signed first round pick, tight end Kenyon Sadiq. They got Mason Taylor coming back as well. Hopefully he could take that year 1, year 2 jump. He was a second round pick last year. Garrett Wilson, Omar Cooper Jr. They also drafted as well. Usually when I take Geno, I try to get Cade Klubnik just in case Geno gets benched at the end of the year or not, just to have both. So I'm not sure in this league I was able to take Klubnik, but having a Tua, Penix, and Geno, so it's almost like 3 quarterbacks, but 2 starters right there. And Brock Purdy solidified at the QB1. Pretty happy about that. I don't really go into panic when all the QBs go because I know people don't really want to take Tua, Penix because they don't know which one to take. So just take both there. Geno, then 13th round, Shakir, Jacoby Myers, Jacoby Brissett, more running backs. So I only had 3 wide receivers and I only had 3 wide receivers in a 3 wide receiver start league. And I think in the 14th round, it was maybe around, because this was was it 8 hours per pick or 4 hours per pick, one or the other. But the day in the 14th round, Stephon Diggs had just signed with the Commanders, so I was like hoping nobody would take him. So when he got to me, I'd be able to take Stephon Diggs here. You got Jaden Daniels, Terry McLaurin. They got a good offense. They just lost offensive lineman, starting left tackle yesterday, but still got weapons. And Stephon Diggs, we had 1,000 yards receiving last year for the Patriots. So, he's 32. He's getting up there in age, but, man, he still goes out there and does his thing. And then have a quarterback like Jaden Daniels to get him the ball. So he's going from Drake May to Jaden Daniels is a pretty good setup for him. It was Jacoby Lane that went to the Ravens. Can't remember what round he went in, maybe 3rd, but he plays for my USC Trojans, so let's go fight on. Stephon Diggs here. I was thinking about taking Zachariah Branch, but the guy right after him took me. So at the 15-3, I went ahead and took Jalen McMillan. So now I'm kind of just grabbing wide receivers to help with that 3 wide receiver start position, knowing that I'm going to be starting all my RBs, all 5 of my RBs in my starting lineup. Took a shot on a second-year Trey Harris, and then usually when we get to these later rounds, I like to draft rookies that I like, which is usually the tight ends. Eli Raritan, Max Clare, Justin Jolly. Took a shot on Ryan Flournoy. I took Drew Aller and Will Howard to hopefully that can become a starting quarterback next year for the Pittsburgh Steelers, because we all know Aaron Rodgers last year here. A lot of people don't like to draft Mason Taylor because they signed Kenyon Sadiq, but getting him in the 22nd round, I think, is worth it. Took a shot on Devon Vele, another rookie tight end, Matt Hebner and Koziel here, rookie wide receiver for the Bengals, Kobe Young, Spencer Rattler, and Kendrick Bourne there. So that completes my draft for my 108th league. We are going to go take a quick peek at the league scoring. Obviously, I got a 213 right here, team game tight. Another thing I need to do is go through all of my leagues and make sure we have our team name, man. Don't sleep on the team names, man. It's part of the team. Give them that swag, man, to have a good year. But 213. My opponent here has 201. We are the only ones in the 200. Well, we got a 202 here, but so 213 highest projection for week one. Obviously, projections ain't everything, but it means a little something here. Let's go check out the starting lineup here. Brock Purdy, Jahmyr Gibbs, Christian McCaffrey, Devontae Smith, Christian Watson, Parker Washington, no tight end starter, Chase Brown, Cam Scatterboo, David Montgomery, Geno Smith. Now, why do I take running backs early? Because we checked the scoring, and as you can see, it's showing, ignore that call, it's showing David Montgomery scoring more points than Devontae Smith, Christian Watson, Parker Washington. That's why I checked the scoring. That's why I draft running backs, but it also fits with my strategy for this offseason of RB heavy approach. So it's like perfect setup for my mindset and type of league and how I want to draft. Obviously, letting Geno hold down the starting spot for now. We don't really know who is going to start for my Falcons here, but I feel like whoever ends up being the starter, their projection is going to go up. But they don't know yet either. So, but I hope it is my boy Michael Penix, but he still has not been cleared to participate in 11 on 11. And Tua had one of his best days yesterday in Falcons practice at a high school in front of the fans and things. So Jalen McMillan, Flournoy, obviously still got all my draft picks. Got my taxi spot, young tight ends and wide receiver there, and Drew Aller. Mark Andrews holding it down here, the vet, Stephon Diggs. But yeah, man, I got a league projection of 213. So that is League 108. Obviously, proof that I really do have 108 Dynasty teams that I'm all going to manage myself. Obviously, I kind of have them in order by how they got drafted. So obviously these first ones down here are my first 45 Dynasty teams from last year. Some good, some bad. Obviously, I played fantasy football for years, but never Dynasty. And last year, I didn't really have a strategy. I kind of was just drafting. I played, the year before my first year playing Dynasty, the offseason I had 75, 80 best ball teams drafted on underdog. So I had that zero RB kind of mindset. So a lot of those teams are built that way. It wasn't until I had some teams, doing so many that I kind of was like, all right, let's be a little different in this draft. So I was taking running backs, and some of those teams were my best teams. So that's kind of gave me that blueprint of, man, running backs are back, man. So don't leave them hanging. So obviously this year, super RB heavy dominant approach. So where's that cutoff here? So no offseason 2 was the cutoff of, year 1. Last year's teams, everything after that is this year. And with the RB heavy approach, I have a ton of green beams. Obviously we got some red in there, but tons of green. So many different styles of leagues. I got IDP leagues. I got 16 team leagues. I got two have to start 2 quarterback with a super flex. So able to start 3 quarterback leagues. I got auction teams. I got just a variety of different teams. But 108 is my last Dynasty team this offseason, because now I want to get into my season-long redraft mindset, because those obviously is just play 1 year, try to win a ring. So I'll probably go over, hopefully record some of my season long leagues. Obviously, I'm going to document everything I do on Dynasty and Fantasy this year, and then we're gonna see my results live. So I like to think I'm pretty decent at fantasy football, but obviously putting it on camera and putting it on YouTube is gonna be evidence of that. But I feel pretty confident. Obviously, I'm not telling you I'm gonna win them all or I'm the best fantasy player ever, but I do, take everything and try to get better. I'm obsessed with dynasty and fantasy and building teams, building strategies. Obviously, play a ton of NCAA football, because it's you're building. Got your college team, you recruit high school players, blah blah blah. So I'm all about team building and that. But I do need to go over, my teams and make sure we got team names here. But yeah, man, that's League 108. That is my last Dynasty team this offseason. I don't need no more. I actually appreciate Sleeper for not glitching on me. I don't think Sleeper's watching my YouTube channel, but maybe they are, because today they let me get through this whole episode without any glitching here. But yeah, man, tune into the next episode. I think I'm going to do a episode about, some of my bad teams. But we'll see where it goes from there. But man, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I appreciate those new 7 subscribers that I have built this offseason. I'm trying to get more, man. So like and subscribe, man. I appreciate y'all, but I'm trying to build from there, man. So man, like, subscribe. I'm Hutch. This is No Offseason, man. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.